Hello, Med Micro class. This is Dr. Johansson, and we are going to go through the syllabus and the calendar to give you a little bit of information about what is happening this semester. We won't go through every detail in the syllabus, but make sure you read the syllabus. Just remember, this is a contract between you and me for this class. So, medical microbiology is going to focus on all the microbes except viruses because I teach a separate virology course. So I teach that face-to-face in the spring semester. So if you're interested in that, I would love to have you in another class. With that said, you're going to see that you have a pathogen review paper due at the end of the semester that is on the topic of your choice, and you absolutely can pick a virus to research. We just won't be talking about them formally in our primary literature. Okay, so best way to contact me is through email. You can contact me directly through your UC Denver account or through Canvas. If you are going to put any attachments into an email, do it through your UC Denver account because Canvas likes to drop attachments. I don't give out a phone number because I just never check the phone and I hate playing telephone tag. I'd rather play email tag. Let's see. So even though this is online, you're absolutely welcome to come and chat. I have office hours Mondays and Thursdays or by appointment. So I'm on campus Monday through Thursday, some Fridays, and I have lots of time between classes. So if the office hours don't work for you, send me an email and we'll see if we can set up a time that will work. Okay, so the required reading is MEMS Medical Microbiology textbook, and oops, a picture of that is shown on the home page right there. It's a really nice, easy to read textbook. It's not very expensive. So I encourage you to purchase that. I also put on PowerPoints and so online lectures. They just don't go into as much detail. They're kind of an overview to get you oriented. The first exam will be based off of the information we talk about from the reading. Then we will focus on primary literature. So you'll see there's a calendar, and I've probably over color coded it, but it helps me visualize. So the first 4 weeks you have chapters in the textbook to read. Like I said, there are PowerPoints and online lectures that you can access through the modules. And you will have 3 homework assignments due, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then to wrap up this section, there'll be an exam. So all of your exams, and you only have 2, are essay-based. They're the type of exams that every single person in this class could have a different answer. So they're kind of open-ended, and what I'm looking for in the exams is for you to come up with an answer and justify that answer. And sometimes I'm going to challenge you to make a decision, like to pick a favorite microbe. And I don't want to hear, well, I love them all and because of this and this and this. I'm gonna make you commit to something, okay? So the big important is that you defend your answer. You use very specific examples, and we'll talk about exams as they come up. The other thing I want you to know is they will be open for about 4 or 5 days, okay? So there's no time limit. The problem with that is students go, oh my God, I have to take this exam for 5 days? No, you should be able to complete it in a couple hours, okay? Unfortunately, no one ever does that because it's a take-home exam and everybody freaks out. I have put word limits, though, so that you cannot write me huge novels, okay? Then week 5 is kind of our transition. You'll be working on your exam. You'll be assigned small groups to work through the primary literature. So in this kind of yellow color, it's showing that every 2 weeks we're going to read a different journal article. You're going to discuss them online, and you're going to have some assignments to show me your understanding. I'm going to say right now, these are the articles that we're going to use. If I find something better, I reserve the right to switch them out. So don't go getting crazy and get too far ahead. These are nice papers. I've used them for 2 semesters. I'm kind of ready to read something new. But on the flip side, I'm teaching general biology and genetics, and so I have over 300 students in those classes, and they may end up being a time suck. So we'll see what happens. I have designed this so that you could actually take a break for fall break if you'd like. You will have your second exam due the week after Thanksgiving, so you have that, it's due Thursday, so you have almost that whole week to do it. So you really can take a break, or you can crank it out and have a break here. There is some extra credit opportunities. You'll see a module. All of that is due in November also. And then I'm giving you a week to write your final paper. Really want good quality papers. Again, these are not like 10-page research papers. I have word limits on them for a reason, but it's writing concise in science is sometimes hard because you can blab, blab, blab like I do forever, right? So to get it down to a certain word limit and bringing in literature and data and explaining it is going to be a challenge. So giving you time to work on that. Hopefully that schedule works for you. You can do your research review paper in a group of 2, or you can do it individually. Totally your decision. As we get close to Thanksgiving break, I'll be asking for what topic you want to do it on, and if you're working with someone, if you have a favorite microbe that you've been dying to do a research paper on, you can always claim your topic as soon as the semester starts. All right, so it makes sense that you need to have access to a computer because you are taking an online class. I do try to respond to emails within 24 hours. I'm on the computer a lot, so I usually respond sooner, but don't email me late on a night before a deadline because I actually go to bed usually kind of early, or at least try to turn off the computer by 8 or 9, or a lot of times evenings I'm helping my kids with homework, and so don't expect quick replies in the evening. If I haven't replied to you and it's been over 24 hours, don't hesitate to send me another email because sometimes things do get lost, and I try to be diligent at responding, even if I have to say, got your email, I need to look into this further, I'll email you in another day. Okay? Please put something, it's my daughter crawling in my room, in the subject line that lets me know what course. Remember, I am teaching 3 courses. I'm trying to learn everybody's names. But if I see this, then I will go, okay, one of my students, I gotta prioritize that email. So we got lots of learning outcomes. Yes, this course is heavy on the writing. That's one of our goals for you as a 4,000 level student, is to demonstrate your ability to write on scientific topics, to do critical thinking, to analyze and interpret data. So there is a lot of writing in this class. You are lucky because it's online and I'm pretty technologically illiterate. I haven't made you do audio-visual presentations yet, but if someone wants to tackle that, I'd be happy to watch a video instead of reading a paper, maybe. We can talk about it. So we're going to talk about microbes and some of the pathology and the relationships between hosts and pathogens. We'll talk a little bit about immunology. I'm actually hoping to take the immunology course this fall, sit in on it. I don't want to grade. But I will tell you, immunology is my weak point. We'll talk a little bit about vaccines. Epidemiology we don't have time to get into, and I'm definitely not an expert in this area. So that is what your extra credit is based on, is reading a paper, an epidemiology paper, and writing up assignment on that. Drug resistance, vectors, reservoirs. So, like I said, significant written communication. All right, so the first thing, so this class is all just on the points system. I'm really good about keeping everything up to date in Canvas. If you see a slash in Canvas, it means I haven't graded it. If you see a 0 and you're expecting more points than 0, contact me. The first thing you want to do, I think I mentioned in the earlier video, is introduce yourself. So on that discussion, let me just show you again. You will come to, let me do this from, oh, right there, student view. Okay. And it's spinning. All right, so this is what you should be seeing. So you'll hit discussions. I never know where to look at the camera because I can't see myself. All right, and you'll have introduce yourself, and you just click on this discussion, and you will hit reply, and that will bring you up an empty box, and away you type. If you want to upload images, that would be awesome, picture of your puppy or your kids, or you working in the lab, or you being outside, vacations, anything you want to share with us. You guys can read through things. You'll click post reply, and then you can actually reply to other ones. So maybe you see someone that you know in class. Hey, how's it going? Or maybe someone has a similar interest. Chat it up. Don't be afraid. Okay, lecture week questions. Those are the homeworks. I don't know why I call them different things, but that's what it is. Okay, you have, and I have these in the wrong, darn it. Oh yeah, they are due week 1 through 5. All right, whatever. There are some assignments. I told you, I'm just rambler. So here are your assignments. So you can already see what homework assignment 1 is, homework assignment 2, homework assignment 3. If you're not used to submitting things online, once you typed up your answer, you would hit the submission, you would hit submit assignment, and then you would upload an assignment. Okay? If, once I have things graded, I ask you not to leave me comments. So I will leave you comments. Like, I will write on your paper, I will leave you comments in the comment section so you understand why you got the grade that you did. If you have questions about that, send me an email, because when you write comments, it doesn't let me know, and I will never know that you had a question about your assignment or your grade. Lecture week discussions. Okay, so I said that these are not on here. These are small discussions to help get you going. They are here in the discussions box. And I'm not opening them all at once. So starting the first day of class, you can click on lecture 1, discussion, not lecture 1, week 1. And what is going to happen is that you're going to have to reply. You're going to have to type in your answer before you can see anyone else's. Okay? So submit your answer. Once you hit your reply, then everybody else's will pop up. And what you have to do for those is lecture week discussions right here. You need to respond to at least 2 different students' posts. So you need to show me that you've read their post. Maybe you've looked at their article. This is to help you, this is to give you practice in the discussions and allow me to give you feedback like, no, that would not be a sufficient enough response. You need to add more context or content. And if a post already has 3 responses, you got to find someone else's. So what you're also going to find is that people will get very angry with you if you don't post till the last day, because then they may not have something to respond to. So try to get your original post done early in the week, and then go back and read people's posts that you're interested in and respond to those. So that's what lecture week discussions are. Journal article write-ups, news and views, and this big class participation are all about that second half of class in the yellow here. You have 2 midterms, as I mentioned. Grad students have to answer an additional question than the undergrads, and your final pathogen paper is 75 points. So you can easily keep track of your grade to date. Canvas does it. Total points you have divided by points possible. Okay. Grading, I give straight letters and pluses. I don't give minuses because I was told I didn't have to, so why would I want to deal with that? But I don't round up. So you've got to get 90% or greater, or 80% or greater to earn those A's and B's. Attendance, of course, that allows you some flexibility, but like I said, when we get into those primary literature discussions, you're going to be needing to post almost every day. But your every day may be 11 in the morning, maybe 6 in the morning, maybe midnight, maybe 6 p.m. Okay, so there's where your flexibility comes in. And it's really not huge. It's like a half an hour or so that you need to go and read and answer and think about, maybe an hour a day. That's really not bad compared to the time you should be spending anyways in a class. I make this statement, you're responsible for everything posted on Canvas, so read through every page that I post, read through everything in the modules, make sure you read all my announcements, okay? All work is due by 11:59 p.m., so I've messed up before on 12 o'clock a.m. p.m. issue, so 11:59 p.m. is correct. Sometimes when you submit at 11:59 p.m., Canvas says it's late. Don't worry, I see what time you submit. Assignments are going to go through Turnitin. This is a plagiarism detection program. I don't allow quotes. There is nothing that someone says that you can't say in your own words. I am a real hard ass, to use the language, on plagiarism. Don't do it. Put things away. Write everything in your own words. The beauty with Turnitin is if you turn it in early enough, it'll give you your results. And you can click on it and see it, and it will tell you you have plagiarism. Now, common phrases, don't worry about it. Your references, don't worry about it. But if there are sentences or big chunks of a sentence or chunks in a row that are highlighted, I'm going to look at that, and if I determine it's plagiarism, then you're going to fail that assignment. And if you do it twice, you will fail the class. And I have unfortunately had to fail people even at the 4,000 level. Please don't do it. Yeah, okay. Don't email me assignments, everything you submit through Canvas. I talked about the introduce yourself. We've talked a little bit about the lecture week homeworks. There's online lectures. You can post questions. You can always start your own discussion. So if you come here to discussions, there should be a little plus sign up here, right? And you can add your own discussion. So you can click this plus sign, give your discussion a topic, like what the heck? Oh. All right, my computer. What the heck is a prokaryote? Please help. Hopefully you don't have this question. You don't understand. difference. Okay, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. And you come down and you save it, and that will post to everyone, and everybody can chime in and help you. You can send me questions. If they're nice general questions or things that I think might help others, I may encourage you to start a discussion. Okay? Don't think I'm blowing you off. I'm trying to help the whole class understand the material. So, post questions on discussion boards. Everybody help each other out. We've talked about lecture week discussions. The journal article write-ups. Read through this. Let's talk about this when we get closer, because I'm going to overwhelm you and I'm going to rattle on for an hour and you're not going to listen to me anyways. We'll talk about all of that stuff, news and views. Pathogen review paper. You can read through the information. I believe all the information is up. So if you want to get a head start, first weeks of school, kind of slow. You go all the way to the bottom. Don't freak your computer out. Okay, so there's your extra credit, instructions, articles to read. Yeah. Where's the first assignment? Submission links. I have to look at that. I'll get myself notes, please. I think it's in the instructions. Here's the pathogen review paper, so instructions, submission link. I don't have the rubric. I will get the rubric posted. Sorry. I'm not quite sure why that's not visible. But anyways, you can get going. You can get ahead. We'll talk about exams when they come up. I think they're fun, but some students love them, some students hate them. All right, policies. I know there's a lot of religious observances, holidays in the fall. So take a look at the calendar, take a look at what to do. If there's a conflict, get a hold of me this first week of, by the end of the first week of classes so we can make arrangements. You can always turn things in early. There's a regrade policy, posting of grades. You guys should know Canvas by now, but if you can't find something, ask. Here describes my 2 strikes rule. So intentional or non-intentional plagiarism doesn't matter to me. You will have your first strike and you will earn a 0 on whatever assignment that is, even if it's the final paper. Second offense will result in an F in the course. You'll be turned into CLAS ethics, and we will be done. So if you're having trouble, if you have questions about this, ask. Again, no quotes. There's nothing you need from the papers to quote or from outside resources. I never asked for definitions because that's hard not to plagiarize. Everything should be in your own words. And like I said, the best way to do that, do your reading, take your notes, whatever, close it and write. Okay, and then maybe you need to peek to remind yourself and write. But if you have a journal article or you have a web page or you have something open that you're trying to pull information from, you're just setting yourself up to copy. And it's hard not to do. But believe me, I am not a great writer. I'm not expecting, beautiful English essays. Okay, I'm expecting good grammar, proper use of words. But you don't have to write at this high level, big word scientific. Please don't. Make it simple. I'm not that smart. I just like to read a good story. Okay? So, don't plagiarize, please. I know there's a lot. Exams, even though they're take home, you're not allowed to discuss that with other people, not other people in the class, not other people anywhere in your life or online. If you have questions, ask me. I'm happy to answer questions that I can. If there is something that goes on in class that you're not comfortable with, please let me know as soon as possible. I did have a student one semester tell me that she thought I was really standoffish in introducing this class, and she really didn't even want to take it. Of course, she didn't tell me this till, halfway through. I'm not trying to scare anyone off of this class. This class will take time. If you haven't read scientific articles before, it's going to take you a lot of time, and you're going to get frustrated. But that's a 4,000 level class. Come on, you're all getting ready to graduate. Maybe you're taking these classes to get into med school or graduate school or PT or PA or nursing or all those kinds of programs. See it as a challenge. You've got lots of people to help you out, and I think we go at a fairly reasonable pace. But if there is something that I can do to help you or I can do to improve the class, please let me know. If you have accommodations through the Disabilities Resource Center, please let me know as soon as possible. This really usually doesn't affect this online class because the dates are given to you well in advance. And any partner work group discussions has to be completed on time because we're all depending on you. But again, if you've got accommodations, let me know and we will work together to make sure you are successful in the class. I have not reported, that sounds like you're in trouble, but I have given some names of students to the care team. I care about you guys. I don't know if you can, I can't see what you can see. I have a tattoo that's a heart with a semicolon and equality sign. I've lost some people to suicide. I know mental health is a huge issue and a lot of you are under a lot of stress. And you can be under stress not because of school, but because of life, because of your sexuality, because of who you love, because of your skin color, of so many things in this world. Please know that I am here for you and I will help you however I can. And now I'm going to start crying because I'm kind of an emotional person. But if you need someone to talk to, another adult, find me, talk to me, make an appointment. I'm here to help you. I'm not a counselor, but I will listen. See, told you. I will help you get the resources you need. The care team is really good at reaching out to students who may be in need of some extra help for success. Okay, let's get back to the boring stuff. Campus closure. Sorry guys, even if we get a snow day, which we never do, you still have to keep doing your work because it's online, unless Canvas is shut down. You can read about incomplete grades. You don't want to do that. You want to get done, get on your way to graduate. There's a grievance policy. You've seen the lecture schedule and all the CLAS academic policies. Well, that would help if it was for fall 2018. They are for fall. I just didn't fix the syllabus. Anyways, that is what I have for you regarding the syllabus. Again, please read through it. Email me with any questions you have. I'm looking forward to a really great semester, and I can't wait till the classes open and I get to start meeting you all, even if it's just virtually, and we'll learn Med Micro together. All right. Thank you.